Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody is having a good morning. Um, Continue to keep us in your heart. The sickness is like a domino effect, and the kids always share sippy cups, even when I try my best not to let them. And they just touch each other's toys and things, and so it's spreading. And I hate seeing my kids sick because I can't fix it. So please keep us in mind. Keep them in mind. I hope everybody got some sleep. I hope you all got some more sleep than we did. I'm making this video. It's pretty early here. I will try to post it sometime today. I got a very serious message this morning from someone I've known for a very long time. She is taking her sister to the psychiatric department at the hospital. She found her this morning. She had attempted to take her life. So, first of all, if you are feeling that way, if you are having those thoughts, if you think nobody cares about you, if you think nobody would miss you if you are gone, or if you think that you have messed everything up in the world and that you are worthless and that you might as well just take yourself out of the game, please, please reach out. It's none of that's true. I promise you. Things can get better. I promise you. Please reach out. There is no shame in reaching out. Please don't. I think sometimes people mean well when they try to help people that are dealing with suicidal thoughts. They tell them things like, suicide is selfish. How could you be so selfish to think to do that? That's not helpful. Somebody that's already on the threshold of wanting to do that, you telling them that they're selfish, that is not going to help them. Please stop telling people that. Even if you think it, please don't tell somebody that when they're at that point in their life, because they already feel like either they don't matter to anybody in the world, or that they are so much of an awful person that they've destroyed most people around them. So please stop telling people that. Stop telling people to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and move on, because some people are clinically depressed, meaning they have like a chemical imbalance in their body for reasons such as not eating correctly when they were a child, not eating correctly as an adult, or long-term alcohol or drug abuse can mess up the serotonin levels and the endorphin levels in your body. When you do use things like opiates, it quickly releases endorphins, and so when you stop doing those things, your body, it takes a little bit of a time for your body to start doing that again naturally. There are ways you can speed that up, like exercise. Your body will begin to produce more and more endorphins. I don't mean like you don't have to like hit the gym and start sparring. That's great if you do that. I have a lot of people I know that do that, and I think that's great. But even if it's just like playing with your kids, or, you release the serotonin by laughing, that's why it's called, like when they say laughter is a medicine, and laughing does the heart good like medicine, because you release those serotonin levels, and it will help you with the recovery process, not just from, drugs and alcohol, but some of us have had long-term depression, and it's affected us in a lot of different ways. Sometimes people don't reach out for help because their version of being depressed is in a box, to where they're laying in bed under the covers. They don't want to get up. They're crying all the time. You envision like somebody on the bed with tissues around them because they're crying. Some of the times in my life when I battled my worst depressional bouts, I shed not one tear. Not near one tear did I shed when I was extremely depressed. I became more like a robot. I just went through the motions. I wasn't crying. I couldn't even tell you exactly what was going on. I just was there. There was no extreme joy, and there was no extreme sadness. I was just kind of in the middle somewhere, like blah. And I was just there, and that's great. And yeah, nothing's really wrong. I don't know, was my answer, because I didn't know. And a lot of people are like that every day, and you don't have to be. Vitamins are a great idea. Sometimes we don't eat the way we're supposed to eat every day. So, I started taking vitamins, and I've seen a big improvement since I have. I think it's important to care about your body and care about your mind. Listen to what I'm about to say. You could be the only person that someone meets today that is kind to them, that shows them kindness. I want you to get that. You could be the only person in someone's life that is kind to them today. The cashier at the grocery store, you don't know what she's facing when she goes home. You don't know what that person that's beeping at you to hurry up and get through the light, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know if they've just signed divorce papers, or they just came from a custody battle and they don't know when they're going to see their child. You don't know if they just left the nursing home or the hospital from visiting a parent. You don't know if their child is missing. You don't know if they just left the hospital, the children's ward, because their baby is sick. You don't know if they just lost a baby. You don't know if they just found out that the most important person in their life betrayed them. You don't know what they're going through. People are carrying around a backpack of hurt and pain and brokenheartedness that we can't see. And some people are carrying around awfully heavy loads, and we don't see it. And all we see is their reaction to things. Have a little patience with people you don't know. I'm not saying be a doormat, and I'm not saying let people treat you like crap, because you deserve respect too. But have a little patience with people. If the cashier can't figure out why the machine won't take the coupon, it's not a personal attack on you. She does not want to keep you from saving your 30 cents off on your eggs. I promise. So stressing her out and yelling at her and making comments like, I don't understand, how smart do you have to be to run a register? I just witnessed this at the Harrison Kroger about a week ago. And it aggravated me. And that doesn't help, And it did not make the register work any quicker. And come to find out, the person's coupon was expired. But I told the girl that she was doing a fantastic job and that it was hard to work with people all day. And she said to me, I'm just having an all-around bad day. My daughter cried her eyes out when I had to drop her off at daycare. And so you don't know what somebody's life is like when they, every day for them, you don't know. So let's just be a little kind to each other, a little patient. You don't know if you're going to be the thing that pushes somebody over the edge, or to make somebody actually want to keep making it for just one more day. I've been in the grocery store and the kids have been screaming, and Jaden is wanting something and I don't know what he wants, and just having another person come up to me and say things like, you're doing a good job, Mom, or it gets better. Like, those things mean a lot. Stop putting people down. We think of negative people like the image of Scrooge from the Christmas Carol and from Charles Dickens, the Christmas Carol. We think of like Scrooge, where people are like yelling at people trying to collect money for, orphanages. But some people can be like that without even realizing it. They minimize other people's excitement and other people's joy. Somebody will say, oh, we're getting along so good, and or they'll say, well, I wonder how long that's going to last, or I hope he doesn't cheat on you again. I hope you guys don't start fighting again, or somebody will say, I got a new job, and somebody will say, well, I wonder how long they're going to keep it. And that's my little mockery voice of people, because that's what they sound like when they say things like that. Somebody will get out of jail and get a new job, and people will say things like, well, I wonder how long it's going to be before they end up back there. Stop being that person. You're not helping them. There's a reason that old saying came out that if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Like, that's not helpful. If you believe that somebody's a toxic person in your life and they're not going to, participate in in your life in a positive way, walk away from them. But don't bring other people down about the things that they're doing. You know? And I have a tendency to do this with my own things. And, you know, he'll call me on it sometimes. He'll say, you know, don't minimize. We had a situation where we went to the museum a couple weeks ago. It was on my daughter's birthday. And the kids had an amazing time. And we always do when we go there. But he bought a coffee and the coffee machine didn't work. So he wanted his money back. And they treated him as if he was trying to like steal $5 or get free $5 or whatever. And then I had an incident upstairs with the coffee situation. They wouldn't give me a coffee cup. And I had her and like 2 coffees, which was awful. So I was so aggravated by this that I was letting that overshadow the entire good experience, that it was her birthday and we wanted to just have like a little family thing, and we got to go to the museum and the kids got to burn off energy. And you know, it's real easy to do things like that. Like, I got this job, it's not really the job I wanted, and you know, this is going on, but you know, there's no reason to add all the negativity. Sometimes we just need to be positive and leave it at that. You know, if somebody shares good news with you, just accept the good news for them and say, congratulations, that's great. You know, stop adding helpful advice that tell them, you know, when I've seen it so many times when people get on there and they post about good things, you know, jobs and this and that. People will add helpful advice about, well, be careful because when I worked there, this happened. Like, okay, well, you're not there now. They're not you. And, you know, I just wish that everybody could be to other people that the way that they want people to be to them, I guess is what I'm saying. I guess I just wish that people could be kind to one another. Like, you know, you don't have to know my personal beliefs to like me or dislike me. Wouldn't it be nice if just for one day, it didn't matter what color they voted, it didn't matter what they thought about politics, it didn't matter what they did in their personal lives, I mean, to a point, but you just focused on them as a person. Wouldn't it be nice if you just showed everybody respect because they're a human? Just for one day. Because we're all worth it. At the end of the day, when we go to bed at night, we are all worth it. And I hope that, you know, something that I've said has made you think today. I do. I hope it has made you think about the way that you treat people when you go out in public today. I promise nobody's trying to personally attack you by taking too long to get your food done. Nobody's trying to, you know, personally make you late for work because they can't get the gas pump to work. I hope that it is my true hope with these videos that I can encourage you and inspire you in some way to become motivated about your life. Because those of you that I know personally, you all are amazing. And the people that I know, like just through Facebook land, and those that I've talked to and that send me messages, you guys rock. You guys are trying every day. You guys are getting up when you don't want to, when you're tired, and you are making it happen every single day. And I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And if you need me, reach out to me. I may not get back as soon as I can, but I'm always here for you, as I know most of you guys are here for me. And that's the way that it should be. We're supposed to be here and lift each other up and encourage one another, because we're all in this together. Like, at the end of the day, we are all in this together, trying to be the best versions of ourselves. And I want that for each and every one of you. I want each and every one of you to decide that you're going to make your life what you want it. Happy and healthy and prosperous. And I love you, and I will talk.